Okay, AJ, we're going to look at floor through high bar, Olympic order. These are mostly level 5 routines. We've got a couple of pieces of some level 6 stuff in here as well. I'll be making comments throughout. Sometimes we'll look at things a couple of times in slow-mo. Here we go, floor. Okay, dive roll, a little pike, a little walkie-walkie on the landing. Good back roll extension and front support. Here I'd like your hands a little higher on that straddle stand. Show that thing off a little bit more with the shoulders down. Press handstand. Oop, a miss on the press handstand. That's a fall. Once we start this, we need to finish it. We need to come down a little more softly on that pike down as well. Stiff-legged on the landing. We need to bend those knees. Good step handstand. And fall on the full pirouette. We've got to keep that baby turning constantly. Cross 3/10 there on the leg separation. Little jet wings on the sisson. And back handspring. And step. And those hands are turned out on those back handsprings. They're going to hit you on that. Let's back this up and look at it again, slow-mo this time, and just look at a few pieces. We'll compare this dive roll to the later ones. These have improved greatly since this first routine. This routine, as you can see, you're not quite at the apex yet, and you're already, or you've just gotten to the apex yet, and you've begun to pike and reach down for the floor. And we'll stop this at contact. I believe that's contact. That certainly is there. You want to be at the handstand or slightly past the handstand. And since you pike so early, you're having trouble showing that off. We need more of a Superman on that, and you've improved this greatly. On the rolling action, you're piking here a little too early and pulling the knees into the chest. Okay. And the head is back. We want to keep that head forward during your forward roll so that we don't have that whiplash going on. Pretty good recovery. Here, the cartwheel looks fine. You're stepping out a nice body length, staying aligned, but you're breaking alignment right here, AJ. Watch as you stand. Your foot touches down. Now, as that back foot begins to rotate downward, the upper body should come upward in just the opposite fashion, okay? Instead, you're piking down right here, bringing your foot down and leaving your chest and your arms down. We want that to come up, and I think that has improved significantly also. Here, you're sitting forward and reaching down with your hands on your backward roll extension. I want you to keep those hands up and sit backwards. That'll give you more power. Later on, we're going to want to be able to do back roll extension, reverse pirouette, for instance, in the level, I think it's the level 7 routine. It's just like a blind change, but you've got to be able to really rapidly climb in this back roll extension to do that. Okay, we're bending our arms on your back roll extension. They want straight arms on this in level 5. You get virtuosity for straight arms. Feet stay together this time. In some of the routines, your feet separated. The compression on the press has really gotten better. This is that hand position I was talking about. I want your hands even with the top of the head instead of just straight out to the side. And it's important here too that you keep your shoulders relaxed. Don't lift your shoulders up. It makes you look a little awkward. Okay. Dave arm circle. Fingers should be spread here, just a few inches in front of the feet. Compress as you shift your weight towards your hands and stay compressed. Get the hips up, but keep the feet down. Don't let them go back. This is really improved, AJ. We missed this though, okay? We had a start and a stop there. And then you made it here on the second one, but your weight's on the heel of your hands. and you're falling onto your feet instead of easing yourself back down on the pike down. We want to just gently come back to a stand. Hurdle step here, front handspring, looks fine. Good rebound, but a little stiff-legged in the landing, and you're bending forward. You want to bend those knees on your landing and not bend forward. You're going to end up doing an arm circle or, making this look really, really hard when it should just look simple. Just bend your knees and keep your chest up. Okay, again, the step to the handstand looked really good. But you got to keep turning, okay? As soon as you did the half turn, you broke your shoulder line, and then you broke your hip line. And we're going to step down out of this, and that's a serious fault. 1.0 deduction. This one was done better, but your form here, that's 3/10 break on the leg separation. Good save on the roll there, or on the handstand. That's that jet position I'm talking about. Your shoulders are up and your arms are out behind you. You need the shoulders down and the arms forward, okay? Or more forward. Good step forward, turn a little bouncy. I don't like that bounce. It makes you liable to have to take an extra step. We don't want that bounce. Okay. Skip step with power. Push forward with that last foot that's on the floor going into your round off. You're bending here at your waist and bending in the shoulders. I want you to keep your body longer as you step into your round off. That'll give you more power for your back handspring, back tuck, or back handspring in this case. This looks pretty good. Push tall here. Okay, and we're looking for that power position on the landing, and it's not there. We need to push that harder so that you overturn it instead of landing here. Your knees are rolling forward, the hands are turned out, knees forward, hands are turned out. Pretty good rebound, but you want to lift those heels behind you. Okay, that's like a 3/10 deduction on the landing. All right, so I'll let this next one run. The floor routines after this are by and large better. This is a level 6 routine, I believe, here. Pretty good front summing. Step handstand. Let's see how that full pirouette goes. There's that leg separation again, 1/10 or 2. Head spring, probably 3/10 break on that. Shoulders were down that time, but you still had the jet wings on the arms. And handspring step out. That needs to be a little more continuous. And you bent at your waist again with those stiff legs. Okay, that bottom knee needs to straighten out on that. Hands a little higher on that straddle stand when you show it. And keep the shoulders down. Your hands are a little too far forward here. Miss that press again. Okay, we've got to, when you start that press, you got to make it count. Okay, don't test it. Hit your kick, turn, round off, back handspring, back tuck. Ooh, that'd be about a 5/10 deduction on the landing on that. Let's see if this is 5 or 6 here. Okay, a better dive roll, more heels, better stand up, better sit back, your feet separated again on your front support. Lost a couple of tenths on that. That arm position still has to get better, and we've got to keep the shoulders down. Okay. So about this press. Hold it. A little hard coming down. We want to come down softly. We want to hold that handstand. You get virtuosity if you hold the handstand 2 seconds. That's better. But we lost 5/10 on that. So you got your 5/10 back. You had jet wings again on that, and your shoulders were up again. Round off, back handspring, Hands are still out. Okay, so we got to work on that. You hard-headed son of a gun. That looked pretty good. Your head was back a little bit, but you hit the handstand on that one. I believe. Let's look at that. Let me bring it back here a little bit. Still bending your arms on that back roll extension. Still dropping your arms on that back roll extension as well. Let's look at this dive roll though. Back it up here. Wow, it even looks cool backward, doesn't it? Okay, so here's your stretch. Need a little more heels going here. Heels, heels, heels. Still piking, but it's better, okay? And you're getting nice air on this. So if I can get this down, come back a little bit more. Okay, so there's your apex. I want more heels there. Form is good. Arms are out. I like to see the head up a little bit longer and the heels up a little bit longer. And I want to see your touchdown be in the handstand. That's pretty close, okay? Head's going back again. Step cartwheel. Stand up is better. Still dropping those arms on the back roll extension, okay? Here's your feet coming apart right here. Okay, we want to keep those feet together when you drop. And I'm going to let this go back to regular speed now.
What AJ? Ah.
Okay. I'm not sure they're going to give you the press for that one. Okay, there's that stiff knee thing again on the landing. On your landing from the rebound, bend your knees if you need to. Keep your chest up. Still need to overturn that round off a little bit more. Okay, pommels, or mushroom in this case. Okay, you're not counter-turning your hips enough, which is resulting in this form problem, AJ. You're going to lose probably 3/10 on each of those circles. 5 circles, that'd be 1.5 you're going to give up in form. These look a little cleaner. Cut, he says. Cut, cut.
Have I got your team swing hands yet? Over here?
Again, counter turn. Every time your left hand hits, think about turning those hips. I tried to get a spindle that time. That was pretty close, but you're tightening up during the spindle. Stay tight. There's that stiff-legged thing again. Counter turn. You're not counter turning. You got to work on that. That's a pretty good spindle, except for the form. I think that spindle's going to be there. It's looking better. All right, rings. Your first ring set. Look at this. You're flattening your feet out. I want you to point those feet, and instead you're flexing them and making this look really, really hard, even with a spot. Keep your chest up. Chest is still not up. Who's that guy? Yeah, what's he yelling? Chest up. Turn those rings out. Ooh, that's going to be a fall. Okay. We need to be burying that face in that pipe hang. There you go. That looks pretty good. If you can't extend through flexibility, we want you to extend through arching your back. All right, and that head needs to be ducked there. Pretty good backswing height, but you need to turn those rings out a little farther and duck the head on those backswings, AJ. Okay?
AJ Donza is up. That would put Jonah up next. No, Bryson up next, sorry.
Better form here, flexing the feet a little bit, but that's better, okay? All right, here we need the chest up. Just because you're looking up with your eyeballs doesn't mean your chest and your head are up. I want good posture here, and you're slightly hunched over, okay? Good ring position this time, though. This is improved. Okay, let's let this go ahead and run. Let me pause it again here. Okay. The L was better. I'd still like it to be slightly higher, but that was certainly better than the other one. The rings looked turned out. Head position looked good. Let's go on with that. Drop back was a little better.
Come on, AJ.
Tighter pike here if we can get it. Head into your shins. Yeah, we don't need to talk about that, do we? We need to turn it in out. Head in, tight pike, then cast. Okay, I'm going to back this up a moment. Come back. Okay, here I want your head in, touching your shins. Okay, show a really tight pike here. And then your cast should go upward, not out in front. So you're casting forward. I want the shoulders to be rising like you're trying to take your chin up to the rings. Okay? This is a good position. Okay? You're well above the 45-degree angle from above vertical. Okay? But your head is up. That head should be down. Okay? That will help give even more elevation to your feet. This looks pretty good, but we want to show what they call turnover, which means that your feet and your hips are above your shoulders. Okay? Not like swinging to an inverted hang, however. Okay? You still have to be pulling the rings back. Okay? We're getting to just above horizontal. We want the body to be inverted, like a free hip almost. Again, head is up. We need that head down here, just like you're trying to get ready for a front semi off of a high bar. Form is good on both swings. Okay, here's your tuck back. A little more pull to the outside will make the shoulders rise. Okay, that's why we're doing all this work on the incline board. We want to get much stronger with that pull so that we rise above the rings instead of just swinging through the arms. Okay? And let's let this run now. A little stiff-legged on that landing again, and you had to take a step because of that. Vaulting. Okay, the front semis, the level 5.
Next!
Here it is from the side. That looks pretty good. It was pretty high. You're well past the halfway point at the apex, which is good. Good arm swing, good leg movement. Okay, these are the handsprings, level 6 vaults. Okay. Hard to land in that soft fit.
Quick, get out of frame.
Pretty good handsprings. P-bars. Ooh, good extension there and there. Both those look good. Want those armpits as high as the bars on both sides. Throwing your head back on that front uprise. Let's look at that. Pull this back a little bit. Looks to me like your elbows are slightly behind your shoulders. They should be slightly in front of your shoulders on your front support or your up arm support work. Okay? A lot of walkie-walkie stuff going on with your legs. Now, Jay, I don't know whether you noticed that or not. Okay, so where your elbows are, it looks to me like they're right between, or your shoulders are right between your elbows. I want the shoulders slightly behind. Okay, this looks pretty good, but your shoulders are definitely too far forward. Okay, and now you're throwing your head back. That'll be great for a Straley, which is a backward roll to a handstand from an up arm support, but you don't want that on your front uprise. You should be looking forward here, out in front of the bars, not throwing your head back. The first action that's happening here is that your elbows are continuing to bend here. You see that? Okay. You want to be pushing down, backward, behind you, pushing your hips away from your hands. Instead, you're pulling with your arms and piking, pulling your hips between your hands. Okay? You're also breaking form with your feet on that. And now we've got the leg form on the backward swing. Okay, that's going to be a 3/10 deduction right there. Okay, and you're swinging all the way to the L sit. I don't want you to swing to the L sit. Let's look at this normal speed. So you're swinging to the L sit. That makes you have that little wobble at the end of it. Kill your swing at the very bottom. Even stop with your feet in front of you. or under you, and then lift your feet to your L instead of trying to swing to it. Okay? Let's see. Okay, here's your level 6 routine. We got flat feet on that kip. We need to point those feet. Always looking okay. Like to see your regress be pushing down. A little problem on the front uprise there. Or maybe the problem was Marcus. I don't know. I think he was supposed to spot you there and he didn't. I don't know. Anyway, glide kip again. Watch your feet. See your flat feet right in the middle of that kip. All right, and your bail. Let's look at that bail because this is you're starting to work moys now. Stop it here and we'll push it frame by frame here. On your backswing, we should see a double rainbow occurring here. And we're not. So you got your butt stuck out and your back arched. Okay? That's that AJ position. Okay? We need a double rainbow, round your back, get the shoulder blades apart, and curl. Okay? That will set up a good tap for a complete moy. This archy thing will not. Okay? I'm talking about this arch right here. We don't want that. Okay? Your elbow, your ear should also be held by your shoulders, hidden by your shoulders here. You need to be pushing your hips away from your hands with a rounded body. Okay? See how this goes. Okay? It's not too bad. Your armpits are as high as the bars there, and you're releasing. I'd like to see your feet a little higher. That's not too bad. Don't pike. And you are piking. Okay, and that's going to shorten your lever for your backswing. Okay, we want that to stay long. Let's see the front uprise here. See if the head is thrown back again and the pull happens. Yep, there goes the head. Okay, we don't want that head going back. Watch those elbows. On the positive side, your elbows are in front of your shoulders here. I can see that easily from this angle. So your first action, though, is for you to increase that elbow bend, okay? And that's not going to work. So we blew that one. It's the same one we looked at a minute ago, I guess. Let's go ahead and run this forward.
I thought you said... Oh, I want to do that.
You were looking at me. Right in the middle of your round off. Focus on that.
Flat feet. Arch back. All right, here we go. All right, so here's your elbow position. Slightly in front of the shoulders. That looks pretty good. Head's going back again. Keep that head still. Watch the elbows. See how the elbows continuing to bend instead of just leaving those arms open? Okay, leave the elbows open and push backward. And don't pike, okay? If you do that, your hips will continue to rise and you'll actually end up in a position where you can actually swing, okay? So we've got to work on that. Leg form was a little better on the backswing. Pretty good L-sit position. I'd like your shoulders to push down a little more, be a little bit taller so we can see some of that neck and those trapezius muscles, all right? Okay, I'm going to let this run from here. Watch the knees. Okay, not bad. Bent knees there slightly. Again, slightly on that. We need to swing the handstands on those. I'm going to let this one run, I think, throughout. I got to work on this Stutz dismount a little bit. There's that moy from the other day. And now high bar. Okay, high bar I'm pretty pleased with. We've got, got some pieces that need some work yet, but the pullover form is greatly improved over what it was when we started.
I think I'm filming him yet.
Slight knee bend, maybe a tenth. Here we need to go above horizontal. If you go to 45, you get bonus. That was a free hit, but barely. Okay. Undershoot was nice and high. Here I'd like you to kill that swing on your kip a little bit. And we didn't do the baby giant in this routine.
I
we're
could
just gonna
see
do
you.
the drop. Oh, you did the flyaway. Okay. And that flyaway, by the way, you asked me the other day, it can be tuck, pike, or layout. And I'm thinking that we're either going to go with a layout or I'm going to teach you to do a pike open. Good free hip that time. Great undershoot. That was beautiful. Need to see a double rainbow right there on the back of those swings. Following that kip, you want to be able to kip and cast. Here's your baby giant, but we're doing it to the belly whop. Okay, we want to stay free, like a free hip circle. Okay, and I don't know whether you do the flyaway on this or not. Let's see. Yep, but we missed it. Okay, so that's where we are for now. We're going in the right direction. We've got lots to work on yet, but knowing what we've got to work on is half the battle, right? So keep it going, buddy.